Welcome to another episode of Sec Presents. Today's guest is someone all our graduates should emulate. She's a young lady who got her education in Trinidad and then relocated to Tobago. In addition to having a full-time job, she spends practically all of her free time volunteering with Rotaract and the Pink Diamond Society for Ladies. She's none other than Vanessa Boyce. Vanessa, thank you for joining us today.
It is a pleasure.
Vanessa, tell me, what is Rotaract?
Rotaract is the youth arm of Rotary International. I think most people know of Rotary International as a volunteerism organization. And what Rotaract is, it's the youth arm where it's focused on those young people between ages of 18 to 29. So there are thousands of clubs around the world, all around the world. In the Caribbean, there are about 35 clubs. In Trinidad and Tobago, there are about 15 clubs. In Tobago, there are 2, the balance of them are in Trinidad. Yes, at present, I am the District Rotaract representative for Rotaract in our district, which is District 7030. It spans from countries as north as St. Kitts and Nevis, all the way south to Suriname, Guyana, and French Guiana. Yes.
So tell me, how is it you got involved? Because you were once you're a past president of Rotaract.
Yes, I'm a past secretary, past president, past district liaison officer, past community service liaison officer, and now I'm district Rotaract representative. Oh, also past district secretary, I forgot that one. I've been involved in it for about 5-6 years now. Where I work at the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport, Tobago House of Assembly, we had a program where we were inviting young youth groups to come and explain what it is they do. And at that forum is where I heard about Rotaract. And with all the other organizations that people spoke about, the different things that they were doing, I found that Rotaract was the one that spoke to me because there were a lot of young professionals and they were doing a lot for the community because it's focused on community service. So I decided to get involved. I found out about it. I went to meetings and I immediately got involved in the organization. Since then, of course, as I said, I would have become a member, taken up several positions, been able to experience a lot of the culture of the different countries in the Caribbean, because every year we meet twice a year, once for, well, there used to be a president's meeting, it's our district leadership training, and also for conference. This is where 200 Rotaractors from around the district come together at different countries every year, so it's a wonderful experience to travel the Caribbean and get to meet Rotaractors and even get involved in community service in these different countries.
Tell me about some of the programs you've done while serving in Rotaract.
While serving in Rotaract, we have a campaign called I Won't Stand For. This was part of it's an international campaign with the USA Network where they would say, I won't stand for discrimination, I won't stand for racism, I won't stand for crime. And it was part of, when I was a district community service liaison officer, I developed this project that would run for all the clubs in the district to participate in. And it was involved in peace building because at the time, the Rotary International theme was peace through service. So I decided to develop this project where clubs could be involved in peace building. So it was where you had to do something in your community that's focused on peace. So some clubs did a peace march. There was a club in Port of Spain that did a peace march in Port of Spain. And what we did, this campaign, I Won't Stand For, we got t-shirts where people would say, I won't stand for. And I think we focused on crime, discrimination, and violence and so on. And we went to a village called Bethel in Tobago, which is one of the high-risk areas. And we had a silent march, and then we had a concert where the people in the village, they came and they did it. It was like a talent competition. So they focused on what they won't stand for, peace building and so on. So we had that activity as part of it. And it's something that we want to continue, this whole I won't stand for, just saying what you won't stand for in your life. So that's one. We would have done a fashion show / theatrical presentation for International Women's Day a few years ago. And we focused on the different roles that women play, the professional woman, the maternal woman, and so on. And it was a fashion show with drama. And it was held at the Magdalena Grand Beach Resort, and it was a fundraiser for the oncology unit of the Scarborough Hospital. And we were able to raise $20,000 for the hospital at that event. All the proceeds went to the hospital.
Tell me more about the Pink Diamond Society for Ladies.
Well, the Pink Diamond Society for Ladies, it's an organization that was started in 2009. It started when Shamfa Kojo, well, she's now Senator Shamfa Kojo, she's a friend of mine, And she came to me and she was thinking, do you think that the women in Tobago would appreciate an organization that is only for women, that deals with building women and encouraging development of young women and even its members? Because she's also a past member of a sorority. So when she studied in the US. So I said, well, I think so. And as well, she spoke to another friend of ours, Miss Essie Parks, and then later on, Asha Maz and Korisa Chakwashi. And we all came together with putting together this organization. And the focus of it has 4 pillars: Find Womanhood Fellowship, Service and Excellence. And it's really about women working together to develop one another, to develop other young women. Because we found that a lot of times you have in groups, women don't get along. You have a lot of young women who they probably envy another woman because she has better hair, or she has better makeup, or is prettier, or that kind of thing. These simple things that a lot of female relationships are affected by. And we found that if you form an organization that shows that you can build one another as women, it can help a lot. And so far it has grown. We have about 28 members now. We have different projects. We have projects with adolescent mothers where we help to mentor them, help them out. We also give back to other women in need. We have different community service projects. We have a mentorship program for younger teenagers as well. We try to also have different financial management series, so to help women with business. We recently had one where we had different female businesswomen in Tobago come and speak about entrepreneurship. We also have a ladies who lunch, which is a Sunday where women come out to try to get other young women and older women as well, and get a speaker, and they will come speak about a specific topic. And all the women there, the younger women will speak to the older women, and it's a nice time. You come out, some of the older women especially, and even some of us wear our hats and come out to lunch. So it's a nice evening to come together and just to share with one another. We also do activities together, of course, bonding activities, go to the movies, go to the beach. I think a lot of people, when they see us together, it's interesting because one of the things we always said is that, like, when women come together, it's like a force to be reckoned with. And a lot of times when we get dressed up and we go out, a lot of people see us, and of course they notice us immediately, the Pink Ladies. Because we're a lot of us have senior positions in those who own their own business, senior positions in government and so on. So they see us and they see us together, and it's you always know that, okay, this is a group of powerful women. And I mean, a lot of us are not, a lot of the younger girls, they're not, at that level, but what we really want to do is encourage one another, and that is what the organization is about.
Do you think you're having an impact on the people of Tobago with all the volunteer work that you're doing?
Yes, I think so. Most people in Tobago know me, and they know me as a person who's always a part of organizations. And I think it's because when I moved to Tobago and I really got involved in volunteerism, I started to really like it. And most times when there's any kind of opportunity to volunteer, I'm usually one people go to. And a lot of people know me because of that, so I would have been involved in different things. I recently got involved in the UE Alumni Association, and we want to do some volunteerism work there as well. And I think it's because my passion is in volunteerism. I think that if I can be a philanthropist later on in life, like I become a business person and I just decide to give back a lot, I think that would be my greatest joy, because I enjoy giving back so much. And I think that people have benefited a lot. A lot of people come even to Rotaract Club Tobago, or even to Pink Diamond, to, if they have need any assistance, they will always come to us because they know that we'll be willing to assist.
Vanessa, is there anything from your days at DIGOSEC that you carry with you now that helps you be better at the job you're doing? Not just your job with the Tobago House of Assembly, but with your volunteer work?
Yes, I think that my experience in DIGOSEC has helped me a lot, and it's because the different people I meet up with, the friends that I have, people I meet up in a lot of these organizations, a lot of them would have gone to different types of schools. And it's interesting because I think that my experience in DIGOSEC has made me a better person, because I have had to come from a school where you have a lot of challenges and so on. It probably might not have all the resources as some of the other schools, but you have to be able to be better and to push yourself more. And even going into university and having to, sometimes in university it seems like a competition when you're competing with other people who came and probably have more resources, their families and so on have more resources, and you're coming from a background where you were not that fortunate and you have to push even more. And I think that Degosa gave me that kind of foundation where you have to push above the beyond what you might have available to you, and even be better. So that's why I think in all of my attitude and everything that I do, I always try to push even more, because I believe that anything that you have, what you have at your disposal shouldn't limit you, and you should be able to push and be the same level as everybody else, even somebody with more resources. So I think that has helped me a lot, and Degosec has really given me that kind of foundation. And I remember going to school, wondering if things would have been different if I'd gone to a different school. And I think that everything in my life happened for a reason. And the experiences that I've had to work extra hard to get whatever it is I need to accomplish, I think it made me a better person.
For young people who might be thinking about doing volunteer work, what advice would you give them?
I would say that only do it if you really want to do it, as in there are lots of people who would join just because they wanted to look good on their resume. They shouldn't. I mean, it does look good on your resume, but when you have to get involved in something, you have to have a passion for it, or else you just fall off. It has to be something that you want, and I think that anybody who can appreciate giving back to someone and being selfless at times, it is something that you will enjoy. There are lots of benefits for being involved in volunteerism. You get to network with a lot of people, a lot of influential people are involved in volunteerism. When you are put in a situation, for example, in a work situation where you have to work in a group, it helps you because you are accustomed working with other people and working with limited resources and working with having to solve a problem very quickly, and it helps you in work. You also get to meet people from around the world. A lot of these volunteer organizations, you get to travel and meet people who are also involved. Through Rotaract, I've been able to travel throughout the Caribbean to most of the Caribbean islands. I've been to Mexico, to the US, and to Italy, all for Rotaract. Being involved generally in volunteerism work has gotten me to represent Trinidad and Tobago in the Commonwealth Peacebuilding Conference, Peacebuilding Leadership Training called Incubom, which was in 2010, I believe, and that was in Rwanda. Spent 2 weeks in Rwanda, and it was a trip that everything was paid for by the Royal Commonwealth Society, and we spent 2 weeks there with people from all other countries in the Commonwealth. So you get to learn a lot about different cultures, about different political systems, different food, their drinks, the different customs. When you get involved in these things and you get that opportunity to explore, and your mind is open, you're no longer focused on this is what Trinidad and Tobago is. We are a party society or a very social, laid-back society. You get to see how other countries have to work hard for what they want, and how different governments function, and how different things that you could implement, different private sectors function, and how you can even use that in your own life, how the young people, how they live, the things that they have that they don't have. Like every time I tell people that, well, we have free education up to tertiary level, they're always surprised, because I don't think there's any other country in the world that offers that. There may be those that will offer it to select people, people who probably showed progress throughout their life in school, and they will give them that kind of scholarship. But I think Trinidad and Tobago is the only place, and I think that we have to take advantage of it. And it's these kind of things that your mind is open to when you travel, and you see what we have here, and how we could even use the resources that we have to make our country a better place, and make society a better place, and not take advantage and go down a wrong road.
Vanessa, thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you.